So let's talk about the death wave. Battles must become shorter, and the mechanics of raising difficulty shouldn't be tied to a large number of negative effects, so the solution is the death wave. It begins after the 10th wave. Waves before this remain unchanged, so the players still have time to build and improve their field. During the death wave, the distinction between monster phase and the boss phase is lost. Monsters appear within set intervals. Bosses join the battle every 30 seconds without absorbing the health of the remaining monsters. During this wave, there is no classic movement of regular monsters into the enemy's side either. For both players, monsters will appear in identical quantities and simultaneously. Apart from the usual increase in health, all enemies gain extra armor and reduction to percentage damage received. As the death wave goes on longer, these stats are ever increasing. The monster's health will grow by about 10 to 15% every 10 seconds. Bit of warning here, but don't be afraid of the damage dealt becoming much slower because the mechanics of armor and health work very similarly, yet they have different effects on the final amount of damage dealt. So these are the enemies you will encounter during the death wave. So you'll have regular monsters, blazing burn mini bosses, bannerlord mini bosses, a weakened version, vortex mini boss, and mana haulers. The bosses will be assassin, warlock, pudding, a weakened version of tribunal, where it will reduce the merge rank of 3 random units. Grandmaster, again a weakened version, increasing ability cooldown. Bedlam, a weakened version, transforms 2 random units. Gorgon, an altered version, turns units into stone for 8 seconds. The effect is not dispelled with Gorgon's death. Dark Priest, a weakened version, throws 1 seal upon death instead of 2. Monkey King, a weakened version, increased ability cooldown. The Virus, Kitsune, Tamer, Puppeteer bosses will not appear during the death wave. All effects that trigger when the final boss is killed during the regular wave now activate every time a boss dies during the death wave. This applies to, e.g., Enchanted Swords, Eternal Glaze Talent, or the Pocket Curse enchantment. All effects that last during the boss's phase will activate in Death Wave so long as there is a boss on the path, e.g. Sharpshooter's Crazy Shooting mode or Bruiser's in Rage mode. The Death Wave will be added to every competitive PvP mode, so that includes regular PvP, clan battles, battles in regular events, and training, except the Random League. There will also be a new seasonal leaderboard with unique visual rewards where the player will be able to compete against each other and perform records for battle durations.